Professor Schwab, thank you very much for joining us.
It's a great pleasure to be here.
Well, the resignation of the IMF chief Dominic Strauss-Kahn, after that, the reports say the successor should come from developing nations. So what is your take on that? And how do you see the influence of the emerging economies?
I feel that for every international job, the best person should be chosen. I think the competition should be open, but I think there's one thing which is necessary. If the new head would be chosen from one of the two categories, the industrialized or the emerging countries, I think the deputy should come from the other zone. We need a kind of balance. So if the head is coming from, let's say, a European country, the deputy head should come from an emerging market country, and why not from China?
Well, it seems uncertain whether the world has recovered from the global financial crisis 3 years ago. So what do you think of the current state of recovery, and how will the rest of the year unfold?
I think we have to recognize that the world is still in a very fragile situation, and we have a different situation for different countries. In principle, we have the traditional industrial countries struggling at this moment with relatively low growth rates and to a certain extent debt problems. We have, on the other hand, the much faster growing emerging countries, but also the emerging countries have their own challenges. For example, the threat of inflation, the threat of bubbles. So I would say we have a two-tier world. So it's a very complicated situation, and we do not know yet what really the outcome will be, whether we will find back to sustained, strong and inclusive growth.
Then what do you think the situation in the Middle East, what impact will it have on the world economy? Do you think the crisis in the Middle East will tip the world economy back into recession?
I think what we have seen in Tunisia and Egypt is not isolated. We have seen the reactions of the population in Syria. We may see it in other countries. So the consequence will be a much higher volatility of energy prices and a big worry about energy security in the future.